Yo, what's up SEO hustlers? Welcome back to our channel where we help you to make money online with SEO. Do you want to find the most profitable SEO niches? In today's video, we will help you how to find that hidden gem and how to monetize it. From babies to cryptocurrency and from CBD oil to shapewear, there's a niche for everyone. Alright, so let's start at the report that you can download on our website. Because if you want to find a profitable niche, where do you start? Where do you go if you want to start from scratch? There are mainly two elements that you have to take into account. And those are search potential and monetization potential. And both of them together make up the niche quadrant that we've set up. And what we have done here is combining the elements. So low volumes in terms of search potential and low returns in terms of monetization is of course a place you absolutely have to stay away from. High returns but low volumes or high volumes but low returns are questionable. They're places that you can look into. They can be interesting, but they're not your sweet spot because that's where you actually want to end up. At places with high search potential or high search potential in terms of competitiveness and of course high monetization returns. Obviously everyone is trying to find that hidden gem, and amongst all those other SEO hustlers you're trying to find the best SEO niche around. So how do you do that? You determine search potential, and it can be done with two factors. One is search volumes, two is online trends. So looking at search volumes, you can use free and paid tools such as the Google's Keyword Planner to determine search volumes for any given keyword. But also definitely pay attention to Google Trends. It can be extremely helpful in this case. It can help you to spot very niches focused on a particular country or niches that are starting to grow and could lead to more adaptation soon. So then over to the monetization potential. It is very crucial, of course, for the success of your niche. There are a couple of things that will help you to find that potential. But first let's see what types of monetizations actually exist. There's of course a very important one, affiliate marketing, for which we've also made a video for. There's e-commerce and dropshipping, rank and rent, AdSense. You can even sell banner space, do lead generations, or you just flip the website. Another thing that is very crucial in your niche selection is the calculation that you do looking at future revenue that your website could bring in. So in this example, looking at 100k search volume for an entire topic, you with an optimized website will be able to grab, well, let's say 10% CTR and thus 10k traffic per month. You're monetizing it with affiliate marketing and have a conversion rate of around 1%, and your commission will be around $10. Well, that leads to the following calculation that is pretty easy. 10,000 times 0.01 times $10 is a $1,000 monthly passive income. So that's a very nice, straightforward way for yourself to see how much potential your niche actually has. So then you have selected your profitable niche. What do you do next? Of course, you're gonna try and find the best domain name that is possible for your niche. Let's say you're into selfie drones, which is a very interesting niche, and you want to find all the best domain names for selfie drones. What you see here is that selfiedrone.com is taken, but GoDaddy always helps you to find some great alternatives. And then here you can see that theselfiedrone.com or buyselfiedrone.com are still available. After that, just purchase your golden nugget and you're ready to go. Let's dive right in some real life examples. First of all, Babycare and clothing. The first thing you want to do is actually look at the market estimate and how it will change in the upcoming years. As you can see in this case, we looked at the baby care market and baby clothing market that are actually growing rapidly over the upcoming years. What you want to do next is maybe check it in Google Trends and see if it is actually growing in search volume as well. In this case, looking at baby wipes, for instance, a funny one. So what do you actually see here is that year over year, the search trend around baby wipes is growing rapidly, and that probably search volumes are increasing rapidly. But let's move to baby clothes for a second, because that's a very interesting one. Going from Google Trends to Ahrefs, it is a very interesting one if you look at the long tail for baby clothing. So if we enter baby clothes in here, that's of course if you have access to Ahrefs. But what you see here is that baby clothes is a topic with a global volume of 120k per month. Keyword difficulty is pretty hard, as you can see. What it means is that you'll need a ton of backlinks to make it in the top 10. But the interesting part comes actually here, because as you can see, there are over 82k keywords with the same terms in it. So let's head over there. Ahrefs has this very nice functionality where they provide you with keyword difficulty, and I want to have a very low keyword difficulty, so a max, well, let's say 15, and let's see what happens then. As you can see, volumes decrease, but there are still some very interesting keywords that pop up. What's nice here is that all these individual keywords are mini niches in itself. If we look at gender neutral baby clothes, for instance, which has a global volume of 3.3k, not too high, but it has 126 similar keywords. Going back, I also saw a couple like here. Yeah, you can see Harry Potter, baby clothes, interesting one, 1.7k, keyword difficulty of 1, probably has some more related keywords as well. Star Wars, Disney, Baby Shark, you name it, it's there. So what do you do with all that information? Well, you can create a website for all these niches around baby clothes and try to make it profitable with affiliate or dropshipping and earn a buck. Another niche that's super interesting to look at is cryptocurrency. Going back to Google Trends and looking for Bitcoin, you can see an enormous peak in December 2017. After that, it completely plunged, but as you can see, it is moving upwards steadily. Let's move over to Ahrefs and see what it does there. So if we enter Bitcoin here, and I know Bitcoin is only one of the many cryptocurrency, but as you can see here, it has a keyword difficulty of 96, which makes it almost impossible to rank in that top 10. Fairly logical because it has a global volume of 8.8 million, which is huge. So what do we do next? We look into the same terms section or the questions, for instance. So looking at all those 750k same term keywords, I'm going to adjust the keyword difficulty again. So this time I'm going to set it a bit broader with a maximum of 50, which is still very hard, but okay. Also going to have a minimum of 2,000 monthly search volume in the US only. What's interesting actually is to sort it on keyword difficulty, and not in this way but from low to high, because then you can see very interesting topics pop up, such as how long does it take to mine one Bitcoin? How do you cash out a Bitcoin? Can you convert Bitcoin to cash? Those are interesting topics that you can build your website around. Another thing that makes crypto extremely interesting are actually the ways you can monetize it. Because there are some insane affiliate commissions on those platforms. As you can see here, Binance gives a percentage between the 20 and 40%. Coinbase can give 50% for the first 3 months, Qcoin up to 20% for 1 year. So that makes it extremely interesting, of course, and especially considering the next bull run we're facing, guys. No, just joking. Don't take any trading advice from me, but do dive in this niche. Another one that I wanted to highlight is hypnotherapy. It's a bit different than the rest I've showed you because it's not a product or a currency, but it's a service. And with this service, your monetization technique will be a bit different, as you won't be selling anything or you won't have an affiliate commission construction, but what you're gonna do is grow your website and try to rent it out for a particular hypnotherapist in this case. So let's jump back to Ahrefs for a second and type in hypnotherapy and see what it does. As you can see, the numbers are not that impressive. There's a global volume of 69k, keyword difficulty of 50. Looking at this numbers, you think, okay, let's not do anything with this niche. But as you're used of me in this video, we're going to look at all the related keywords in having same terms section. And one thing strikes me immediately without even changing the keyword difficulty settings or volume settings, and that's hypnotherapy near me, which has a 5.8k volume in the US and a keyword difficulty of 8, and could be very interesting. But first I want to look at a maximum of 20 and apply that, and I'm going to look at the highest volume. Yep, okay, we can see that hypnotherapy near me is the most important ones. Can we see others that are interesting? Hey, yeah, what I think here is very interesting here is actually that we can see that also hypnotherapy in relation with a city such as Hypnotherapy Atlanta, Hypnotherapy Seattle are in here and have very low keyword difficulty and a reasonable amount of search volume. Not very high, but considering the fact that you can do this for any city in the world, well, in the US at least, it makes up quite an amount. Then going back to hypnotherapy near me, what happens actually if I click that? So there's a global volume of 11k. It is easy to rank for in the US, and there are some related keywords, but not many. But it could be a very nice starting point for creating your website. And also, as you can see, there is still hypnosis near me, which is also related, hypnotist near me. Those are all related and interesting keywords. But what I'm wondering here is, can we do anything? Can we create a domain around this? So going back to GoDaddy, let's see if there is anything interesting if we type in hypnotherapy near me. Oh wow, as you can see, hypnotherapynearme.com is available, and this is very interesting because you can immediately start a website around this and create all different landing pages for all those cities that you're servicing hypnotherapy in. Another way you can do this is actually by creating all different websites around the different cities. So then you could do something like hypnotherapy or hypnotherapist. Let's do it for a change. hypnotherapist, Los Angeles. Let's see if there's anything available. Well, as you can see, hypnotherapist losangeles.com is taken, but hypnotherapists.losangeles.com is still available. And let's see if we can do the same trick with New York. Hypnotherapist New York is still available, and it is $1 a month. So very interesting one. So as you can see, there are two approaches to this. One is to create an overall website for hypnotherapy near me and create all different landing pages for the different locations. Another one is to create all different websites around the cities for different hypnotherapists. So what do you do next? Of course, you build traffic towards that website, you optimize that website for SEO, and you drive traffic. That's not the only thing. I think it can also help to locally push it with some more local intent. And what will happen then is that you will drive huge amounts of traffic to your website, and that will help you to rank out the leads that will come in to individual hypnotherapists, and that could create a huge source of passive income. Next up, I wanted to show you guys another niche, and a very, very interesting one, if I may say so. And it is CBD, because CBD has grown so much in global market size over the last few years. As you can see in our article, in 2014, the global market size was just a little bit over 100 million USD. But then by 2018, it had already grown to 1.34 billion. But it is projected to grow to over 22 billion by 2026. Let that sink in, because that's more than a 200x in 12 years. So yeah, now the big question is, how competitive is it in SEO? As of course many of you hustlers have found out about this niche. But there are always a couple of hidden gems. So let's look into that, see what's up. So as you can see, it is pretty similar actually to Bitcoin, where we have a keyword difficulty of 94 and a global volume of 1.5 million. That's just impossible. So what do you do next? You're going to try and find the niche within CBD. And as you can see, there are almost 800k of keywords that are related. So let's dive right in. A lot of high keyword difficulties here, so we're going to lower that, and we're going to do that this time with a max of 25 and apply that, and let's see what comes out of that. Oh wow, as you can see here, and it's sorted by volume, there is already an interesting topic, CBD cigarettes. There are some questions, and I think questions are always very interesting because they can they can get you a featured snippet, but we will come to that later. Some jewel pods, so that's for vaping. Actually all kinds of things, and sometimes even new or other products that come up and can be interesting by itself. But as you can see, the volumes are pretty high actually. That means that we can actually lower the keyword difficulty, because now it's on 25, but let's see what happens if we move it to 10. And looking at the first page, that's still very doable. So a couple of interesting topics here, and as you can see, also some questions, and I wanted to deep dive on those because I think those could be a very nice opportunity for you, as they can provide you with a featured snippet, as you can see here. So there are a couple of keywords like this one: how long does CBD stay in your system? Let's see if what happens here. Yeah, it provides you with a featured snippet. There's how does CBD oil make you feel? Let's see what happens there. Yeah, also a featured snippet. So what happens there is that you can create a very high CTR for your website by providing information around CBD and around CBD niches, CBD long tail that will help you to get in that traffic. Of course, you want to get in some buying intent traffic, as that will like convert and get you high commissions in. But there are plenty of possibilities. As we already saw, CBD for vaping, but there are CBD for pets, CBD coffee and tea, CBD wax. So there are so many possibilities that you can rank for and that you can ultimately like drive traffic to and get commissions out of. And as the niche is fairly new, the affiliate rates are still very, very high. That it's not uncommon in this niche to see commission rates of 20 to 30%, which makes it ideal for what we're trying to aim for, which is of course getting a very nice passive income. And doing a bit of math, it should definitely not be impossible to get 50k of traffic in per month, and with a conversion rate of 1%, an average order value of $50, and that 20% commission rate that we were talking there, it could result in a 5k monthly passive income. How about that? Now the final one, the last one that I wanted to show you is a completely different one, but very interesting if I may say so, and it is Shapewear. And it is one of those products that grew in popularity due to the Kardashians, and it did pretty well, as you can see here. And let's see if that's still the case. So Shapewear, let's see what happens. Yeah, if we see that trend line since 2004, it is only going upward, but had a steep decline in March 2020, probably due to COVID. People weren't paying much attention anymore to shapewear, but the line is going up again. So what's the actual SEO potential for this niche? For that question, we have to go back to Ahrefs and see. So let's enter shapewear in here and see what it does. Want to go to the overview. Okay, so there's a global volume of 123k, keyword difficulty is high, nothing special if you look at that, but always go to the having same terms section or questions. There are 27k keywords that have the same term, and therefore it makes it pretty interesting. Let's go up to a maximum keyword difficulty of 20 here and see what that does. And yeah, as you can see, there are some very, very interesting things that come out of this. With reasonably high volumes, they go down pretty rapidly though, but there are a lot of them, so it is definitely good in volume. And as you can see here, plus size shapewear is a niche by itself. And if we click that, it opens up new possibilities, as it isn't that hard to rank for probably. It still has a global volume of 9.3k, but more interestingly than that, it has more than 1600 related keywords by itself. So, well, that again confirms the trick of always looking for that niche within a niche. Anyway, with that long tail in mind and that volume that is pretty big, looking at the total size of it, shapewear makes a perfect product for building a big website, attract a lot of traffic, and make use of that affiliate marketing or dropshipping method that will get you the big bucks in. So there are plenty of niches around. These 21 in our article are just at the top of the iceberg. There are so many more, but it's more about the method of finding them. And always keep in mind that volume, that search potential at the one side and that monetization at the other. And try to mix those together and determine the potential for yourself. So, thank you for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and let us know in the comments what your favorite niche is. See you in the next one. Peace.